Warm greetings, everyone, to our honorary guest and everyone present here to spend their valuable evening with us. Today, we are here organizing an awareness program to avoid the use of single-use plastics. Be a part of solution, not a part of pollution. The word pollution has become an integral part of our lives for the past decades. With growing pollution all around us, awareness of protecting our environment has become the need of the hour for today's generation. As we strive for a clean India, we are here today to wake ourselves up on how to avoid using single plastic under the theme of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The government commemorates this and celebrates India's progressive past and aims to envision the India for tomorrow with the power and potential of the citizens. To give a talk on the topic plastics, pollution to solution, now I would like to invite our guest speaker, Ms. Janaki Gowani. She is currently serving as Environment Advisor at Corpseed ITES Private Limited, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. She has pursued her master's in environmental engineering, earning a gold medal from Mawadi University, Rajkot, Gujarat. Her major area of interest is plastic waste management and waste to energy from refuse derived fuel. She has been an advisor for plastic waste management, plastic waste recycling plant setup, extended producer responsibility, e-waste management, hazardous waste treatment, and biomedical waste management. In addition to these, her work on various plastic waste projects was published on 2 articles and 4 book chapters on various international platforms. She has also been awarded for her contributions to making bioplastics from Gujarat Cleaner Production Center. It's a great pleasure to have you here, Ms. Janaki Gowani, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Manogama, for the wonderful introduction. Firstly, I would like to thank SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, to give me this opportunity for a talk, and Dr. Pankaj Patel for considering me for the same. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, hello and good evening to everyone. This is Janki this side. So today, basically, we'll be talking on what are plastics, how does it cause pollution, and what are the solution to that. Okay. So from the beginning, I'll start from the beginning. Like I have been working into this field since 3 to 4 years during my master's, during my bachelor's, and during my job course. So discussing further on the plastics, we'll be talking about what are the positives of plastic, what are its environmental impacts, what are the solution, what is the role of government as a public, what can be done from our side, and what is the on-ground scenario of the plastics presently, right? So plastics are derived. The name plastic is derived from the word plastiko, that is a Greek word, which is meaning is that is being able to being shaped or molded. Secondly, the plastics are a range of synthetic and semi-synthetic polymerization products which can be molded into some permanent objects depending on their plasticity. They are a composition of different materials that can be organic polymers, carbon, oxygen, and other materials. Just a second. Yeah. Nitrogen and sulfur. This all materials into different proportions are resulting into plastic polymers. Okay, so discussing further on various types of plastic. So plastics are of 7 types on a basic note. First is PET, that is including our bottles, various plastic bottles, jars. Secondly, it is like high density polyethylene, which our plastic and shampoo bottles, our grocery bags of high qualities are made. Third is polyvinyl chlorides, the plastic pipes and the sheets that are being used in our daily lives. LDP is the bags, whatever the carry bags, whatever the food packing materials are used, that is LDP. whatever the cups, ice cream cups, yogurt cups, etc. things are made that are of polypropylene. The sixth one is polystyrene, which is a very hard plastic from which toys are made, different types of containers are made. And seventh is the multi-plastic, means in which other materials apart from plastic are also used. And the new type of plastic which is into market are two types. Like first is biodegradable, and second is biocompostable. Now again, these two things are also different. Like biodegradable plastic are naturally or environmentally degradable on its own, while biocompostable plastics are the plastics which are degraded or deformed into smaller compositions, which is environmental friendly, but in uncertain industrial temperatures and pressures. Now, talking more about the environmental and plastic statistics. Every year, 381 million tons of plastic is produced currently, which is estimated by UNEP to be doubled by 2034. Secondly, the 8.3 billion tons of plastic is produced till date from 1950, and from which 9% is only recycled, approximately only 12% is incinerated, and rest 79% is either dumped on land or they have ended being up into ocean. Like every year, 8 million pieces of plastic make their way to the ocean, to which you and me are also contributing a lot. The life cycle of this plastic, like plastic bags, stay into environment for more than 20 years. The cups stay for 30 years. Similarly, our toothbrush that we use in daily life, it remains as it is for around 500 years into environment without being deformed or any other changes into it. Now, these are the things negatives about plastic, or what are the things environmentally hard. But plastics are used at a very normal amount. Like we use it in our day-to-day lives due to its certain properties. Plastics are very corrosive resistant. They are very economical, means they are very cheaper to any other options available into market. They are easily available. They are very attractive. They can be formed into any shapes. They can be given any colors. They are very. They can be transparent as well. Apart from that, they are malleable, means they are hard, so it can be used at very different places wherever strength is required. They can be used and deformed into wires, being ductile enough. And the boon, as a boon, they are a thermal and electrical conductor, so that can be used into any electrical equipments easily. Means in our day-to-day life, all our wires are made up of plastics. In the present scenario, what the plastic has contributed the most is in the COVID situation. They have been a survivor in this pandemic. The PPE kits, the mask, the sanitizer, whatever the preventive measures we used plastic in one or the other ways. Even our testing kits for COVID were made up of plastics. The disposables which were uh, helping us to serve patients and quarantine people were also made from plastic. Even the vaccination which the drive by government is going through is impossible without the use of single use plastics. So this is the scenario. Now how this adversely impact on the environment? Five different aspects are there where it adversely impact on environment. Like it creates land degradation. Wherever the plastic is thrown, it stays into the land for longer duration of time. They are not degraded, and the land at which they are thrown becomes unfertile or no longer used for a longer time of period. Secondly, it creates an imbalance into marine ecosystem, wherein the corals are affected, the fishes are affected, the all kind of other animals are affected. Small pieces of plastics are eaten by those animals, and they ultimately results to their death. On burning of plastic, a huge amount of polluting and toxic gases like CO2, other materials like uh, particulate matters, dioxins and furans are released in a very huge and larger amount. That is very polluting and very harmful to the nature. They are ultimately proven to be lethal to the animals. Plastics are eaten by, they are trapped, the animals are trapped into plastics and they are causing deaths of animals. Secondly, the whatever the plastics are of very micro size, the scientists and research have been proven that this enters our food chain ultimately. Means whatever the waste is thrown onto land, from land it goes to plants, and from plants it is possible that we are consuming. Secondly, for the people who eat fishes and other kind of sea food, they have a high chances of consuming microplastics into their day-to-day consumption. So what can be solution of this? Banning of plastic or any other thing? It is not possible to ban plastics at all. So we have to come up with some sustainable idea, with some sustainable solution or alternatives to this. There comes the policy or the thought of 7 hours of sustainability, wherein the things are like we should rethink, reduce, reuse, refuse, repair, recycle, and recover plastics wherever and whenever it is possible. So, discussing them into details, like what rethinking exactly includes. Before buying any products, we should evaluate that is buying of this product necessary or not. Without any need, buying those product and ultimately ending up that product into landfill is a environment hazard anyways. Secondly, we should buy things with which are having least packaging materials and avoid single-use plastic wherever possible. We should reduce the usage of materials that are unnecessary, like we should reduce gift wraps, glitters that are made up of plastic. We can choose some alternative materials like papers, like clothes and other things, but we should think about on reducing the materials. We can buy things local, like buying vegetables locally and not buying them in a packaged material also helps in reduction of plastic. We can go for glass materials, we can go for cloth bags, metals, etc. Wherever the things are possible to make it the use more sustainable. Reusing is the nature of India, means we reuse things as much as possible. So whatever the plastic bottles or plastic containers once used, if they can be washed, cleaned, or can be reused again by replacing a part, so we should opt that. We should use a high grade of plastic which is not single use plastic, and we should use that materials for other things. See, as I have given a picture where it shows that toothbrush, as we discussed earlier, that toothbrush takes 500 years approximately to degrade. So a company has innovated new kind of toothbrush where the brush part can be reduced and the handle can be reused again. So this is an innovative method which can be implemented. Secondly, in the second and third, the different use of pet bottles have been introduced. Like the third one is the house that is completely made up of PET bottles, which are once used and no other use of that can be done, and the house can be constructed so beautifully. If the things cannot be reused, it should be repaired as possible. Means whatever the things are possible, we should repair it. We should make some changes to the old material and we can use it again or regift it for some other purposes. We should say no to single plastic. We should refuse that whatever the things are we are buying that are sustainable enough and that are not single use. So ultimately, it won't be ending up to the landfills or oceans. We should not buy any non-recyclables materials. If the things whatever we buy are not cannot be reused or reduced, means we don't have any option of using that thing, then we can choose some recyclable products. which can be recycled. And recycling depends on the type of plastic, means different type of plastics have different types of recycling, and the recycled products can be very different from the original products. As in, see, the plastic bags, polythene bags can be used for making bench, tables, stool, etc. The hard material HDPEs are used for making sliders, ladders, or a very hard material that can be reused again and again. The PET bottles cap are also again of different material, different composition, which can be used for making stands of different materials, handles of things. And uh, the interesting thing is the PET bottles. The use of PET bottles nowadays have been seen in making of various clothes. For example, I would like to share the well-known brand Levi's have come up with a new innovative brand that is waste less TM. In this brand, the vice president says that they goal at minimizing the waste, reducing the waste globally. So what they do is they make jeans, denims of various materials, in which they make it from at least 20% of post-consumer recycled contains. That is, on an average per jeans, they use 340 to 550 grams of PET bottles to make those denims. And according to the statistics, last year itself, the brand has reduced the water consumption of 360 million liters by just using the post-consumer plastic bottles. Secondly, our Indian cricket team is also contributing into this thing. Since 2015, our the kits of Indian cricket teams are made of 100% polyester. From that 100% polyester, 33 plastic bottles are used to make a single kit of a player, which is like average. 15 bottles are used for making the t-shirts, jerseys, and 18 bottles are used to make the bottom wears, means pants. So this is an interesting fact I would like to share with you. So now what? Like, if the things are not even recyclable, so the last option which comes is recovery. Means if the plastic cannot be reused, cannot be uh, recycled, if we cannot ignore those plastics, so we can go for waste to energy plant, wherein those waste materials are collected and they are made into such combustible forms where it can be used as gases. We can recover certain kind of liquid fuel from that, as well as we can generate electricity from that. Apart from waste to energy, another recovery option is pyrolysis. In pyrolysis, along with plastics, some other kind of materials are also used, like tires, and they give us various forms of outputs. Like they gave us fuel, they gave us heat, they give us electricity and carbon black that can be further used for many different purposes. An Indian researcher from Thiagarajan University has developed a very innovative technology wherein this plastic, single-use plastics are used for construction of roads that can be mixed with the asphalt and can be used into roads, which are very sustainable, very durable, and are long lasting enough. Means they have a very long lifespan, they are water resistant to some extent, and are very efficient enough than the regular roads. Means the use of plastic have been proven that it is of very fruitful to use plastics into roads. And Indian government has also declared that whatever the new roads and new constructions are to be made from 2019, for that construction, the contractors and the government, concerned state government is supposed to use 70% plastic. Means the roads total stretch of road, from total stretch of road, 70% of road at least should be made using recycled plastic. So nextly, I would like to talk about plastics in refuse derived fuel. This is again an option of waste to energy, wherein This refuse derived fuels can be used into power plants, cement industries, and steel industries, along with a blend of some combustible materials like cloth, rubber, paper, etc., where it is burned at a very high temperature in a controlled environment, which is greater than 800 degrees centigrade. What happens is, on burning this plastic at very high temperature, they release lesser amount of polluting gases, like they reduce the chances of furans and dioxins to be generated. And under this controlled environment, they are not releasing as many gases, while if they are burned into open environment. So here is the picture, a sample of RDF. It can be used into other boilers as well, uh, for any replacement of fuel. And it has been proven very economical as compared to coals and other energy options. So what are the government initiatives, like India, what are the government steps which government is initiating to reduce this plastic? So recently, a few months back, government has introduced that from July 2022, there will be a complete ban on single-use plastics. Partly, they have increased the thickness of this plastic from 50 micron, means which was till now it was 50 micron, the permissible limit, which has been increased and implemented from 30th September to go to 75 microns. And ultimately from next year, means after 1 year, it is supposed to be increased to 120 microns uh, thickness. Extended producer responsibility is another thing which is going to be compulsory for each and every producer, brand owners, and importers, which says like whoever is producing plastic, whoever is branding plastics, or whoever is importing single-use plastics from other countries are the one responsible for his or her waste generated. Means if you are the producing plastic, then you are the person who is responsible to collect it back from the environment, treat it or dispose it in an environmental sound manner. So if the person is producing plastic, if the person is using that plastic, or if any brand is using or owing that plastic into market, then that brand is supposed to take back and collect back that plastic and treat it or recycle it, as we discussed further. Either it has to be recycled or used for waste to energy purposes. Further, what is the ground scenario? Like I have been working into this plastic field since 2 years on field. So the ground scenario, the ground conditions of plastic are very different than the actual scenarios. The complete plastic waste management sector is informal. There are the recycled products are of very low grade, as they should be, as the desired product. The recycling in India is completely, and in many other countries, developing countries, is completely unorganized and unauthorized, which is not being permitted by government most of the time. Even there are places where it is very highly polluting, and it has very lack of safety. Like see the pictures, it is the things are kept and stored in a very open environment, where it has very high amount of hazardous chances to be taken. Like it is very hazardous to keep this amount of plastic into open environment. It can catch fire easily. It can cause any harm to the land. It can cause harm to the nearby water on a cyclone basis or any other harsh environment conditions. It can be very hazardous and harmful to the nature. And whatever the revenue is generated from this practically ground scenario is very less as compared to it should be. Means if we go with a proper recycling, proper maintenance of this material, we can go with the high grade of recycling material. Means the output can be of very high grade, the collection can be very safe and in a systematic manner. So as an individuals, what are the ways we can contribute to no pollution. Firstly, we should not litter plastic anywhere, wherever we travel, as in the beginning, ma'am, we have discussed. So we should avoid littering of plastics anywhere on the roads, because what happens is this plastic, the single piece of plastic thrown by side of any road, is very difficult to collect and very difficult to recycle. If we take this plastic back to our home and send it and segregate it to the proper and various types like recyclable and non-recyclable, there are chances that the waste collected from our house can be recycled in a proper channelized manner. We can choose type of plastic we use. Whenever we get an option of using single use plastic, we can rather choose that we would be choosing a single use plastic, a compostable plastic, or degradable plastic. If the options are available, we can choose for compostable plastic because it is having less carbon footprints and they are less hazardous to the environment. Secondly, what we can do is we can avoid making small cuts of any packaging material that we use. Uh, what happens with this is, if we make a small cut on any kind of packaging material, that the small part of the plastic cannot be recycled, that cannot uh, enter the recycling chain. So making this cut would make the plastic stay as a whole, and that can be easily recycled by the recyclers and it can be easily collected. We can also donate our waste, like whatever waste we collect at our home, we can just have a separate place in our home wherein we collect all kind of plastics rather than directly throwing it into the dustbins, and we can donate it to the people in need who can ultimately send those plastics to the proper and users, means they can sell it to the recyclers and complete their needs. So that's all from my side. Let's try to celebrate a plastic free Diwali and a green Diwali this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now we'll take a few questions if you have. You may type them in the chat box. We'll take them. Any questions, anyone? All right. Thank you so much. On behalf of SRM University AP, I'd like to thank you, Janki, for joining us today and taking this session. Thank you so very much. So for a formal note of thank you, I'd like to call Manogna now.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
ma'am. That was an interesting and agreeable talk. We are very pleased to have you join us today and hear a very explain a very crucial and relevant topic to today's day. I'm sure everyone had an informative session and definitely had some takeaway points. Moreover, I would like to thank everyone for participating in this webinar. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to end the session.
Excuse me,
Yes.
ma'am. I'm receiving a message.
Yes.
Like what can be done in universities? What can be done by students?
Yes.
Can I answer that, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. See, ma'am, I would like to answer the same. Like when we were into university, we had an initiative, whereas in we attempted to make separate beans at the canteen. Wherever the canteens were there, we tried to make a note on the beans which mentions that plastics are supposed to be collected into those beans, and a university also supported us with the same. So what and we went for the campaigning as well, and the students can do that as a part of university, means they can do wherever there are canteens, wherever there are consumable foods, wherever these things are there, they can go for this thing, they can opt for different kinds of beans and make those other students aware that if they collect that waste into that beans, they can go it for recycling at other by directly they can sell those to the recyclers rather than throwing it into the municipal garbage.
Right.
So that is the thing that can be done by the university.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the session today. So I'm going to end the session. Yes. And we'll all meet again in yet another session. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Take care.